Welcome back to Alma, Missouri for episode 7. We're prepping with me, MrSealyp. The daily propane deliveries on behalf of Strickland Propane will continue. As you've seen, today's methane has been delivered. We're into October 2. I have moved the milk round and we have got some pumpkins, but as you can see the money's gone down. It went right down, it's come back up a little bit because I did decide to put in two, this is just typical, isn't it? I put in 2 greenhouses for doing strawberries and then actually then what happened? The local area had an update. So there's a whole load of new stuff. There's a whole load of new fruits available. There's a juice factory. There's more greenhouses that allow you to do all sorts of stuff. What have we got available? If we go to... is it under greenhouses? It's got greenhouses here. Oh, hang on. That's... oh, there it is. Yeah, 15 grand. Sorry, I was looking at the multi-crop greenhouse. 15 grand. Greenhouse fruits. We've got pineapple and apples and things. Anyway, the juice factory that's available is under factories, which one might expect. There we go, juice factory. Including grapes, but it requires sugar as well. And then we've also got this, the fermenting silo, which is now available for Alma. It's not cheap, and it's quite big as well. So we could, but the thing is, we'll go with methane we can sell, silage we can sell. I mean, it'll work in essence just exactly the same way as our silo does. So next time we cut grass, which brings me on to the next thing, we need to replant because it's not growing. And I've had a few bits of advice from various different people warning me, telling me that they're having similar problems, that certain crops just aren't growing. If you get a hitch, a glitch like that, sometimes you just need to cultivate, reseed, and it'll be fine. So it looks like that's what I'm going to be doing. We're going to grab the cultivator, I'm going to run the cultivator over it all, then we'll reseed it, roll it, and we'll go for... actually, to be fair, it does say it needs ploughing, so potentially I could plough it. And what we could also do, I'm just thinking, if we plough it, where are we? We're here. If we go across to there and to... put that on. Yeah, we could plough it. And I'm just thinking we could extend it, so we can extend the alfalfa right out. Which means I'm going to lease another plough. Oh no! I'll do that. I'll plough it first. I'll probably catch you again. I was going to cultivate it, but no. I'll catch you again when I'm seeding it. I'll need to lease a roller as well. So I need to whiz out to the store. Oh, I don't even... Didn't even say, did I? Sorry. Where I put the new greenhouse in, we've done a little bit of landscaping as well. So we've got a couple of little sort of gravelly trackways that lead down and around those. A little bit of sort of loose gravel around the outside, bit of gravel around here as well. And I put a little gravel bit around the back of the barn where I've been putting the flatbed, the low loader trailer. We've got seed, we've got fertilizer, so we'll be good for that alfalfa. I just think we're going to need to put it in. It was suggested that it might have gone dormant for the winter if I'm running precision, if I'm running seasons, but I haven't got seasonal growth on. So yeah, I don't know. But just to make you aware, that's what I'm doing. I am going to replant it. Update to where we're at. I've made a decision about something I'm going to do next actually. Bearing in mind we've got to get through the winter. I'm still concerned we have a serious problem with growing. People have been asking me, or telling me actually, that I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing the other. I'm not running precision farming and I'm not running seasons. Now if we go into our seasons menu, or into our menu, as you can see I've got no seasonal growth calendar. I'm not running seasons, so my crops will grow however many months it takes them to grow whenever I plant them. I don't have a crop calendar, so that's one thing. I'm not running precision farming either, because a lot of people comment and say the problems I was having with the grass or the alfalfa growing was to do with precision farming or seasons. I'm not running them. So as you saw, I ploughed and I've replanted. I also took the liberty of ploughing this whole slope here because I thought I'm not likely going to put factory or production chain on here. So rather than just have it as regular old grass, let's get some alfalfa down. Now that does say alfalfa growing. If we go into here, look, let's go back to our crop types. That's our alfalfa field that I've extended a little bit. I extended around the outsides a little bit, so I've made it bigger anyway. I did this bit here as well, and they're saying growing. Now that being said, our field of carrots and our cornfield that we've had since we came here doesn't appear to, that hasn't gone any darker. Unless it's going to suddenly jump to harvest, ready to harvest, that hasn't changed. These three have been on dark green, and I thought, oh, maybe because it was in October. Once we get into November, another month on, they haven't either. So I'm not joking. I'm concerned. I've also got this weird situation that's happened since Premium, that where I've got needs rolling on. If I take fertilised off, the only field that needs ploughing apparently is my cornfield. There's not a single field that needs rolling, and the two fields that I planted with alfalfa, 3 and that extra one I've made myself down here, it didn't say needs rolling. And that could just be with alfalfa, but anyway. So where are we at then? Situation is this: I've got my pumpkin ready to go. We're not going to pop into town because I'm going to borrow some money from the bank. Today's propane has been delivered. Milk has been taken round. I'm going to show you that in a moment. So what I'm going to do first of all, I've already taken 2 boxes of strawberries round. I've got another 4 here. We're getting to that time of year when ice cream will last longer because it's getting colder. Did I mention the snow? Yes, I'm going to do something in preparation for the snow that's coming. Thank you to Tom, who's been sending me pictures of how deep it is. So I'm going to do something that's going to help fuel the neighbourhood, but also give us some income over the winter. As you can see, our butter, we've got 3 pallets have been produced. I'm going to put the strawberries in here now, because we can here, as it shows on the sign the other end, can do ice cream. So if I come to this end, strawberry ice cream, strawberries and milk, and ice cream out. So I might set that running. I've got 3 things of butter so far. I'm going to put those to one side. Like I say, I want to build up some stock of that in case we buy the bakery. I don't want to buy the bakery and think, oh, we haven't got the required materials to make anything. So we've got some butter. I'm going to need a shed to store that in, actually. Let's just put it in the main barn. Maybe we need to think about putting in a new barn as well. And I could put it in there for the time being because I haven't got sheep yet. So we could just store it in here. Yeah, potentially. But as you can see, yeah, an extension here, field's been extended. It's saying it's growing. So fingers crossed, we should get some growth coming up. So what I'm going to do is collect the next 2 pallets, put those in. Then I'm going to whiz into town to deliver the pumpkin. While I'm doing that, we're going to stop at the bank to borrow some money. I need to get a little plot of land, and I'm going to put a small production, a little factory on the farm. I'm just trying to find a little plot that's not going to take up too much room, and we'll buy it. I think it's only 40 grand, and it'll work quite nicely for the winter. And the prices for it in the winter are supposed to be a little bit higher as well. Up in the town, I'll show that as well. They have kind of seasonal sales. You have like Christmas tree points that pop up during the winter, little places where you can go and buy your Christmas trees and that kind of thing, little Christmas markets, that sort of thing. Well, the sell point for what I'm going to do, I know I'm being really cryptic, it's probably on the thumbnail as well anyway. The town puts a sell point in so that if you need to go and buy this item, it's easily accessible for those people that haven't already prepared their own. It's firewood. We're going to do firewood. So that's a load of strawberries there. I think moving forward, any strawberries we produce, I'm going to sell. I think. Well, let's go from the front here. So I don't know if 3 boxes high is a good idea. Now we have also got an option. Depends how much money I want to borrow from the bank. But if we go to used vehicles. I've got this little skid steer, but look, there's a New Holland TH742. $56% off. That's a brilliant price. If I sell the skid steer loader and its attachments, that's going to be over half the money for that. So I'm thinking we can upgrade from this to a telehandler, which will give us a bit more lifting power and give us a longer boom height. I've got to remember I've put this in where the sheep are. Nice and steady. Yeah, so when we get sheep I'll have to just take these out. They are moving. It's going to be cold enough, the butter's not going to melt. We're not in winter, in summer, so. Right, I'll see you up at the bank. Let's see if we can get on with this. I'm going to sell this. Yep, decided. I'm going to put this on the trailer, take it over there. What other attachments did we have for this? We had a little attacher over here, didn't we? I decided, why not? 2 birds, 1 stone. So I've got the skid steer loader, just put the reach over the top, and then just put on the tension straps. And it's I've done it before with other vehicles. It works quite well. Doesn't always work, but sometimes with the right attachments, right bits of equipment, it works fine. Right, we need to pop to the bank. The bank is just up here next door to the pizzeria. We're going to pull over. I hope I want to block the road here. Potentially. Actually, not what I'm going to do. If I undo that one, that one. Take that round to the store. Sell that first. You're saying 20 grand, but that's normally if you sell direct. If you go, or not, if you sell remotely, if you go to the store itself, normally it's more money. It should be around the front, shouldn't it? Oh no. Oh yeah, it is around the front. Should have carried on the main road. Not a problem. I'm going to borrow 100. It's 150. I'm trying to think of the things I need to do. I need to. If I'm going to pick up that telehandler and possibly some forks, maybe a bucket. What else do I need to do? Right. So if we sell that. 21.9, so yeah, it was only offering me 20 grand online, so it's almost an extra 2 grand. Okay, so across the road next to, oh, the pizzeria is there. Taylor's, it's next door to the Taylor's is the bank. Let's borrow some money. I borrowed 120. That should be enough, I think. So we want to go to here, used vehicles. Let's buy that. I'm not going to make any changes to it other than just to take the license plate off, I think. $47,543. Let's buy that. Now we're going to whiz round to Sour Pumpkin. Then we're going to go. Oh, actually, I probably could have done it at the bank. Real estate or buying land and stuff. It's probably done there, like it was at Griffin. The bank deals with a lot of that sort of stuff. Do that. So that's selling. So next thing I want to do is there's a plot of land just up here. That there, 23,058. I'm going to buy that. I think we have enough. Right, that's all sold. Beacons off. All telehandler attachments. I'm definitely going to need some barrel forks. I'm thinking as well, I'm almost certainly going to make some Tomix Rash. And I know I said I was thinking about it, because as far as my animals go, productivity is still sitting at 100%. It's absolutely fine, absolutely brilliant, but the health is still 0. My health is not moving. And the cows that were old enough to breed, they're not. The reproduction bar's not moving either. The puberty bar's moving on these two here, because they're only 2 months old, but the reproduction bar on those, well, they need to be older, I'm sure. Anyway, yeah, that's not changing either, so we could have some kind of strange catastrophe here going on. Oh, tell you what I could do with, unless I put them on here. This doesn't change, does it? It's just a low load. I could do the log trailer. Let's just take them back as they are. Could do. So, new purchase. No, I can't remember. Is that a 7 metre boom width with a 4.2 tonne lift? Something like that. Right. I'm going to grab a couple of attachments. I'm going to head back to the farm. Let's get the next bit done. Like I say, I'm trying to. I want to get this done now. I wanted to buy the land and I want to get the production put in, because once it starts to snow, you need to clear the snow to be able to build anything or place anything. So I need to sort of think about that. Right. Next. It's 9:18. Telehandler's back. All the attachments we got are back. I got forks. Pallet forks, I've got bale spikes, and I've leased this log lifter. I didn't get a bucket. We need to get a bucket at some point. But this bit of land here, I'm thinking for what we're going to put in. So it's firewood production. Now this isn't firewood pellets, this is firewood. So we'll bring it in, it gets chopped up and it gets put into pallets of firewood, which can then be taken off to whoever wants it to sell it. We take it off to the sell point, we can sell it there to them, then they sell it on to whoever wants it locally. Like I said, we could do deliveries, we could do all sorts of stuff, but I think we're going to put it on this bit here. I think it's going to cost, I want to say 45 grand. So this is where we're going to do it. This has been supplied and built by Gwendol. Right, that's it. 45 in. I think we run it from here. Firewood in bulk. Yeah. Trees, lumber in, firewood in bulk out. So we should get it in pallets of firewood. 10,800 cycles per month. So 1-to-1 ratio, so we don't lose anything. And again, through the winter, as the snow starts to get a bit deeper, we have bought that woodland. We could use it for something later on. We'll whiz over there, because a lot of the woodland is like this. But in the middle of that woodland, we've got some regular looking trees. We've got normal trees over there. Plus it gives us more space by putting that in there. Whoa, what happened there? That was weird. How did I turn the wrong way? It gives us all this space here, because we're going to put in something regarding carrots as a factory here, or the big space here that had the horse ranch on. So I wanted to leave a nice big open space for whatever we end up doing there. I didn't want to go plonking the firewood production in the middle of that, so that'll work there. I am seriously concerned about these crops growing, or not growing, should I say. So I don't know if you can just see over to the left, in amongst all of that lovely autumnal colours, there's patches of green. That's the evergreen, and that's where we're heading. We're already taking the trailer over there. Like I haven't got a log trailer. I probably should have leased a log trailer. think I might even do that. I bought over the low loader, but I don't think that's going to work. Hang on, let's just stop. Let's see what's available in the catalogue. Where are we? Forestry. I don't think I've got a modded one. We've got that as part of the Platinum, the SleutjesModding. Just leave that regular like that. Don't need to change wheel setup or anything like that. 43 grand to buy, 2,193 to lease. You know what? Let's do it. I'll whiz over to the store and grab that. I'll take the John Deere back with the low loader. I might grab the pickup actually, and go and get that trailer with the pickup because it will hook up to it. We should have enough grunt on that. That's cool. Now I know I did logging recently on Court Farm, but we're so doing something different with this, and we own this whole plot now, which is pretty handy. When I bought the trailer over, I did take out one tree that was just here, just to give us a bit of a gap to get to the trees. But we've got a lot here. We'll clear a path in, so we are currently, yeah, it's not a bad size actually, right by the railroad tracks. Just thinking, have we got enough room to get out the back here and drive towards the store? Oh no, I was saying grab the pickup, wasn't I? Just thinking, could we follow the railroad? Oh, actually, that's a bit dicey, isn't it? Whew. Okay. Quite nice out here. Nice little place to put a little cabin or something. Right. Don't think a hose is going to help. I took the liberty of buying a McCulloch. A McCulloch firewood collector. I was going to go with an axe. I thought, you know what? No. I was going to release my inner Jedi and go with lightsaber. Oh! That was such a weird noise. Oh, we were just short. Whoa, these trees aren't as big as I thought they were going to be, but that's alright. And we're probably going to have to chop these in half if we're going to go and get the log trailer. So just lop that in half there. Right, I'm going to get a few more trees down. I'll go and get the trailer, bring that back, and let's get some firewood on the go. Always better to get it prepared before the cold weather comes and all the heavy snow than doing it in the heavy snow. About there, maybe. They might not be perfect, but it doesn't matter. Right. Actually, stored energy and all that. Let's get that back. Let's go and grab a log trailer. Yeah. Heading back up the log trailer. I did a little bit more because I thought, why not? So we need to do a bit of tidying up. Now I'm not sure actually whether or not can I pick up the thin ends by hand. I can. Okay, that makes life a little bit easier. It will just be a case of gathering up the thicker ends. The thinner ends won't be worth as much, like literage. How are we doing for cut? That wasn't too bad actually. That will do. Thin end. Well, let me pick this one up. Just because it's going to depend very heavily on where I made my cut. Some of these I think I might have cut a little bit deeper. Yeah, I'm not going to get away with all of these. Oh, that one will. Cool. So I stick that the other way around. It seems daft trying to marshal these around with the telehandler if I can pick them up. So the ones I can pick up I will, the ones I can't I won't. It's quite straightforward, isn't it? Yeah, it's too big. Just wondering if I went way longer on that, didn't I? I probably should have cut about on that. See that bump there? Because these are all pines, I think they're all pretty much the same height. 15 and something metres. I think if I cut there, that gives me, I don't know, something like that anyway. That one? No. Okay. Cool. Right, let's start corralling up some of the others. So. There's the only problem with this log fork when you're on a telehandler. I can adjust that up and down, I can do that and those. Like that, but if I want to adjust the top one I've got to switch out to the tool, which means I can adjust that and that and that and that, but I can't then adjust the boom. I can't move the boom. I can lift it up and down and tilt it, but I can't put it in and out. It's one of those weird quirks. So what I need to do is, if I can, gather up logs of a similar leg. I'll do what I've done before. If you've seen me do logging before, what I'll try and do is butt all the ends up together so they're all a similar length. Not a similar length, but at least at one end they're all in the right orientation. Does that make sense? I know what I mean. As long as I know what I mean, that's the main thing. I'll grab that one out of the way, swing that around that way. There we go. No. There we go. Oops, still doesn't like that very much, does it? There we go, that's better. Now again, if logging's not your thing and you don't want to do it with log forks in a more realistic kind of way, you can always grab the big bag handlers from CSZ pack or the Farm Centro Sul bag pack, and you just pick them up with straps. It's far easier, it's far quicker. If loading trailers and manipulating logs is something you don't particularly enjoy, but you do want to do some forestry because there's some productions you want to run, then you've just got to weigh up. If you're doing it for you and no one knows, no one sees, it's okay. I try and have a go at doing a bit of both. Would I usually do it like this? It all depends on how I feel. Sometimes if I just feel like whiling away some time. There we go. What I need to do is move those larger ones out of the way. What I'll do, if I get the fork on that one, a little bit of gentle manipulation, like that, just over there, will do. Then sneak in the gap there, start pushing those together. Get those over that stump. I'm going to have to get them to do some stump grinding at some point, but that's all good. And yeah, would it be quicker and easier using a tree harvester? Yeah, because you can cut them all to the same length, you can pretty much lay them all down in the same spot. But when you're starting out and you haven't got much money, or you don't intend to do a huge amount of forestry, and you think, is it worth me leasing or indeed buying a tree harvester. These are all things you've just got to weigh up, haven't you? I'm trying to think, can I get through in amongst those trees? Let's load some up. So, this will continue. And that as wide as I can get it, so it grabs them a little bit better. That one up. So you can always, if you don't want to do it on the ground, you can always load it onto the trailer and then spend a bit of time just nudging the ends of them. Again, it all just depends how you feel. So if I can get under these, I can get a bigger scoop, but it might just push them along if I get a bit of speed up. There we go, let's try that. I'll grab a few. Not as many as I would have hoped, but that's alright. Okay, put those in. No, open the grab, not. So I mean, the arm won't move. That's frustrating. Oh, I've messed that right up. Okay, so let's just open that up. There we go. That one's caught on the forks. I will tidy these up and I will continue. I will see you in a little while. I've got a full load. This is not the most stable of trailers, and once you've got logs loaded on it, it does this. It moves itself. Anyway, not to worry. I have cleared a nice big area. I'm moving my way in and I'm putting them into piles. I do need to clear these. You can see the way the plantation works with the rows, or to a degree there's rows. Yeah, I mean there are technically row there, so yeah. Because I'm trying to load stuff up, these are in the way, so I'm going to need to clear these as I go. Assuming, of course, I continue doing more and more. I might do a load, pile it all up, then we can come back and get it whenever we want to, potentially. Or I might do a few loads so I've got a load in at the wood store. Anyway, I took down one of the larger trees, stumps right in the ground there, so I've got a big old chunky bit there. Got a load of smaller bits here I've thrown in front of the tree. I was thinking about putting those in the back of the pickup, but I think they might be a little bit too long with the trailer on, but I could come and get them at another time, or just with another trailer, or my low loader, just throw them all on the back of that. But that's a big old unit, so I might take that down on the telehandler. Which I need to actually, you know what I probably should do. Back up and stop. Bonk. There we go. Then bring that down. So as far as that will go. That's interesting. There's obviously some kind of hidden agenda. I'm just curious to see what that one is worth, you know, in literage. So let's get this back. I hope this doesn't tip over. I do have the we have got a winch on the front of this, which can be quite handy if log trailers and stuff fall over, but I think the easiest thing to do is just avoid knocking it over. That would be a better option. I could go straight across this field in all honesty, but try to avoid it if I can. I'm taking my time. Those logs are moving around a lot. The pine really does. The pine seems to have a lot more knobbly bit. That's horrendous. And the problem is, the more that pine is moving around on there, it's something a lot of people talk about and say that, you know, because forestry had a massive update with platinum and silver and forest, the one thing that didn't really seem to get adjusted much was the physics of the logs themselves. And what's frustrating and hasn't moved forward, and I thought would, was the log missions. Well, the log missions and the rock crushing, rock breaking on Silver Run never went forward. And I thought, honestly, that should have been made available, you know, for modders and map makers and stuff like that. Because those log delivery contracts were really cool, and to have those available, and the rock breaking. There's a lot of people asking me, so on this new map, can we do rock breaking? As far as I'm aware, it's just Silver Run, which kind of made it a bit of a one-trick pony when you think about it. It was brilliant on that map, but all the rest of the platinum stuff kind of moved forward, but that didn't. Anyway, you can see how much. Look at that. That's because the logs are jostling. I'm not turning. The logs are doing that. I'm not even moving. That's horrendous. I mean, I might have overfilled it, to be fair, but even so, that thing's going to go over on its own. I really should have gone along the road, but I'm trying to avoid going too far. And I'm going to bring that big log down because I'm curious to see. So I'm guessing we're in here. Don't really want to have to reverse this in. Have I got caught on a log? I have. It's moved. Hey, look how bad that's going. I'm not doing that. That's awful. Come on, man. Let me turn. Nope. It's turning itself. No, that's going to tip over. That's awful. Right. Where's my trigger for unloading this? Is it along here? That can't be full. Yeah, it needs to be right the way back in there, doesn't it? Right, let's undo that. Do that again. Try that. There we go, 22,561. That's all that was in that. That's ridiculous. Okay. Firewood, it's almost full anyway. Firewood in bulk. So if I'm looking at one trailer load, filling that up nearly, I think I'm going to bring that big log down. And then what should happen is that we'll start chopping that all up, our little mini factory. And then what we should get is firewood pallets out the front, like cages of chopped firewood, which will absolutely mint. I'm going to go back and get that big log. Heading back to our firewood preparation department, and I've got the big log. Money's gone down a little bit. What I decided to do, that trailer was not raving, so I've gone for actually for a trailer I've never used before. It's a Lizard LT689. By FS22, and I've also got some wood storages by Zares Holz Velten. So I thought, if I'm doing winter preparation, we are preppers, preparing for the winter apocalypse. So I thought, what I'll do, if I carry on doing logging, rather than leave it all out there, if I bring the logs back and put them into wood store, then I can just grab them and put them in whenever I need to. That way we can build up a big old backlog of lumber, and we're good. We haven't got to worry. that's kind of the idea. So what I've gone for are these. There's different sizes, different lengths. I say lengths, depends how you look at it. Widths, I guess. These are two separate ones. These were 500 each. So you can have that one on its own, or you can put as many as you want. Because I'm doing long logs, so logs will go on that way, and I should be able to then come in between with my grab. I might have to buy a log fork actually, and I can just from the middle or wherever I can just scoop up what I need, turn it around, and stick it in there. That's the plan. So what I'll do is put this in. So what I'll do, I'm going to go and do a load more logging. I don't know how long it's going to take me. It might take me a while, and then there we go. Drop that there. So what we're looking at, that's fine. We've got 22,502 in there at the moment. 23,899. That was alright. Worth a little bit, isn't it? Go back to there. How are we looking? Okay, so we're not quite full. 59 litres of firewood in bulk. So what I want to do is when we come back, or when I see you next, I want to have a load of logs in here. Well, I say a load of logs. I'll have some logs in there, and I'm hoping to have at least one, probably just one, one firewood pallet, so you can see what it is we're working towards. And then moving forward, it's going to be a continuation of. Oh, I haven't done a total mix ration, have I? I need to do that as well. Should I do that now? Just thinking. I won't use the log wrap. Where's that? It's playing up again. There we go. To bring forks over here. The log spike. I'm going to start off. I'm going to put one. I think this one's 5.5, and I think all my hay is 6.6. So I'm going to put one of these in, one of the hay in, see what we're looking at for mix, and then feather it out with straw. I can't remember how big this mixer is. 22, isn't it? Something like that. So I might be able to get away with 2 of each of these. And then what I'm going to do is put one mix in, and we'll see whether the health goes up with some total mix ration in there. Because whilst it is fantastic that we're at 100% productivity, the health thing I'm worried about, they won't reproduce, so we won't gain anything more, which is a concern. Is that mixing? Looks like it is. I think this does hook up. Do that and that. Okay, so hay's taking us a little bit over. Silage is right in the middle. We are on 12,000 litres, so I reckon if I feather that a little bit with some straw, I'm not going to put too much in, but we'll give it a go. Missed perspective. So I'm just keeping an eye on that. I don't want to go over the bar for my straw, and the others are both in the green. That will do. So we should have a total mix ration. That'll do. Right, I'm going to go and put that in. What we're on tip side left, that will do. And see what happens with the health. So this is just a test. I said I didn't want to do too much, but No way. It's done the same thing here. How has it messaged me to say they're having problems on here, and when they put their straw in, their straw isn't sitting on the ground, it's sitting up here. And because I've been down here all the time, I've been driving in and out, and because there was, and they've said about cows dropping through, I hadn't had any of that, and now look. What is going on? We've got some problems. Okay. So we'll keep an eye on the health and see what happens. I mean, in fact, they're going to get through that really quickly, but it doesn't hurt the chest. Right, that's annoyed me. I didn't even notice that before. And this had 2 updates as well. Logs. It's now dark. It's 5 to 8 in the evening, November 1. I did my usual. I went down the rabbit hole a little bit, just a little bit. I've got some lumber here that needs to be put in. Why is that? It's taken some already. I don't think it has. Let's put some in. I think it's 30,000 litres, so that will take some more when I've used some. But we have our first pallet of firewood, and I have to say, I like that. That's cool. I've done various different fire-related, you know, firewood pellets and stuff like that, wood pellets, but that's cool. The weathering on the container. So we'll get more and more, 2,000 litres each one, we'll get more and more of these being produced. Now, as far as continuing to have more and more of these produced, have I got enough lumber? What do you think? As I said, I might got a little bit carried away. I mean, there's still room, I can still pile more up there, but that should keep us going for a while. We'll keep getting that run through. We'll deliver when we need to. But I have to say, as far as an operation goes today, that worked rather well. I'm going to probably have to get a grab at some point. I might get a different log fork to this one, like I say, because I have to bounce between the main vehicle and the fork at the front to get all of the operations I need. But I mean, regardless of that, it worked really well. So our firewood production is underway. I'm going to go over. I did take the liberty of making another TMR mix earlier. So what I'm intending to do, oh, we got some ice cream. We might have a strawberry ice cream too. We'll have more pumpkin, of course. Let's take that and put that in. Oh, actually, while we're here, it's been a bit of time. Has the health gone up? There you go. Health 80%. It's the total mix ration. That's what it was. So whilst on the right hand side productivity was at 100%, so we're getting the milk and everything we need at the rate we need to be getting it at, but the animals were not healthy and they won't reproduce if they're not healthy, and that's what it was, the total mix ration. We needed to put that in. So all that hay I put in that I could have kept to one side for making TMR, No, at the end of the day, you know, we were testing it. Had it have all worked out perfect, I suppose I could have put a lot less in and still tested it, but that's all right. So we know the animal health is up there now. I could have sworn that Farmer Cop said that was fine when he did his. I'm driving across my alfalfa. I probably shouldn't be doing that. So we'll get that in. Get it unloading. And we'll go and have a look. We have a first strawberry ice cream. 700 litre pallet. I don't even know if I've got somewhere I can sell that. But we can sort all that out. So that's it for this episode. We're continuing to move forward. We've got a load of manure here. I need to think of something to do with that. We've got any more strawberries produced? Not quite yet. But we are moving forward. And I'm hoping as we move into November 2, we'll see what happens with snow, how my crops are going to grow. I'm really hoping I see some more. If we don't get any more crop growth, if it seems to be that it's stopped, we're in real trouble here. But again, we can only tell as we move forward. One problem at a time. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.